Welcome to this QuickBooks 2020 tutorial for beginners on how to enter credit card charges. So what I want to do in this video is show you the basics of entering credit card charges into QuickBooks. Now, this is going to be something that you purchase for your business and you charge on a credit card, all right? And I see this area messed up quite a bit. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. And, I always get questions on, okay, well, what if I pay the full balance every month? Can I do it this way? What if I, enter it directly in the register? What if I do this, do that? Okay, what if I use bank feeds? So there's a lot of different ways that the credit card charges can get into QuickBooks. But the important thing here is you want to make sure that all the charges on a credit card get into QuickBooks regardless of how you do it. I'm going to show you today the most basic way to do it. All right. And, so if you're just starting, if you're new to QuickBooks and you're not quite understanding how to do this, this is going to be the way you're going to do this. Now, of course, ask questions in the comment section because there are multiple ways and people have questions all the time. So feel free to ask those questions. Okay. So what we're going to do, let's take an example. So you go to an office supply store and you buy office supplies on your credit card. All right. Now, there are a couple ways to get to how to enter credit card charges. So you're going to go either here where it says enter credit card charges under the banking flow chart here. You can also go up to this drop down menu and say banking and enter credit card charges. All right. So I'm going to click right here. And so the first thing you need to do is you've got to choose the credit card that you're using. All right. If you do not have this set up in your chart of accounts, all right, this is from the chart of accounts, you have to go there and set that up. All right, so let's go to company, and if you go down to chart of accounts, all right, so in this area, you can set up a new account. And just quickly, I'm not going to go through all of this, but you'll see here when you set up a new account, you can go to credit card and you hit continue, you name it, etc. So I'm going to cancel out of this. I'm going to go back over here to enter credit card charges. All right, so first thing, important, choose the credit card that you're charging. Very important. All right, it defaults to purchase charge, and then you're going to put in who you bought it from. So let's say that I went to Staples. All right, that is not in the name list, so I'm going to do a quick add. It's a vendor. I'm going to say okay. We'll say this was 12/15/2023, but basically the important thing is here, you want to put in the date of the charge. All right, so QuickBooks will default to today's date. The date of the charge is the date you want to put in there, okay? So let's say that at the end of the month, you get your statement and you're going through and you're entering all these credit card charges. Make sure to put the date of the charge. This is very important because from a tax standpoint, you can deduct charges on a credit card on the date it was charged. And again, this is important because let's say you charge something December 30th and now it's January 10th and you're entering this charge. You want to make sure you deduct that for that previous year. All right, so put that in. If you have a reference number on the credit card, you can put that in here. You don't have to, it's not mandatory. And then you're going to put in the amount. We'll say $50.23. All right, you can type a memo. It's not required. Now, I want to look at these two tabs here. All right, so expenses are going to be your normal operating type expenses. Okay, so office supplies, any other ongoing normal charge in your business. Now, items over here, which is a different video, different topic, but I just want to show you items are going to be typically inventory or non-inventory type items, okay? All right, so again, a little bit beyond this video, but you want to focus on generally putting it under the expense tab. All right, so you can specify the account. We're going to say office supplies. Okay, office supplies, again, you can put in another memo. You don't need to. And if you are billing this to a customer, or if you just want to assign the expense to a particular job or a customer, but you're not billing it to them, you're going to choose that here. So let's say this is remodel showroom. If it's billable, you check that. If it's not, uncheck that. Okay, so the difference here is that billable means you're going to bill this to the customer. And if you're not, then you uncheck this, and that way you can at least see, okay, this is an expense against this job. All right, so we'll put that there, and then you can specify a class if you are doing class tracking. All right, so once you do this, you hit Save and New, you enter the next charge, you hit Save and Close, whatever the case may be, and you have entered a credit card charge. All right, now this is important to do, and again, you can automate some of this with the bank feeds and have it, come into QuickBooks. This is just the basic how you enter this. And now this is important because at the end of, the credit card cycle, whether that's at the end of the month or the whatever time period that is, you want to make sure that you reconcile the credit card. Okay. So just like, and I've got other videos on this, reconciling your bank statement, you want to make sure you reconcile your credit card at the end of the month. Now, this is important, especially if you carry a charge. Carry a balance, because you want to make sure that you record that correct balance in QuickBooks, because that ends up showing on what's called your balance sheet, which means, hey, you owe this credit card this certain amount of money. All right. So again, that's another video, and I've got that on the channel you can look up, but basically you go to banking and you can reconcile a credit card. Now, again, the important reason you want to do this is because when you do reconcile, this is going to be how you enter a credit card bill to pay. And this is important if you're not paying off the entire balance. Okay, so these are the basics of entering credit card charges in QuickBooks. Again, a lot of different ways you can do it, but this is the very basic. When you're starting out, you want to make sure you enter these individual charges on the card. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave a comment or a question below. Also, head over to the QuickBooks University, the website. I've got the full training there. I answer very detailed personal QuickBooks questions for our members. It's a one-time fee and no other fee ever again. Website is qbuniversity.org.